Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Tura medium 4-light chandelier. This is the 1013-16. It's one below this in size, and there's one above it. Check them both out if you get a chance. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself, and that's going to be 27.4 inches high. It's going to be, before we get to your chain, we'll talk about that in a second, 23 inches wide and then 20 inches deep. It's a very light, airy fixture too, so even though that may seem kind of big, you're going to be looking straight through this, through all the beautiful hand-hammered pieces on this that are welded together. Makes beautiful sculpture. Let's get into some more details. So let's talk about overall height. So you can go up to 120 inches of wire are going to come with this, so that gives you a pretty tall amount of space to work with. If you need to go beyond that 120 inches of wire, drop me a quick email. Tell me you're looking at the 1013-16. Tell me how long you guys need it to be. So it could be 200 inches overall height or 240. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It will come back with an answer. Adds just a little time and money, but we do customs like this all the time. It's going to come automatically with 36 inches of chain. If you need more chain, drop a quick email or a call, and you can order more chain. It's not a big deal. People do it every day. So the chain actually has a seam. You can't even see it, but there's a seam right there that's open, and with a special tool your installer has, that it'll go, kind of go like this basically, and you can take off or put on as many links as you guys need to do that, up to as much wire as you have. Slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees because gravity is just going to make it come down like that, straight down. Okay, the other thing is coming off of a canopy, 6.5 inch square canopy. It's going to go onto your 4-inch junction box. If you guys want to see a little more information about that, best way to do it is to look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, there's going to be a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put the chain on. It's going to show you, it's only 8 pounds, so it just hangs from a normal 4-inch junction box. It's not very heavy at all. You don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. Okay, moving on, let's talk about what's going on inside of this as far as lamping goes. It's going to be using a smaller chandelier socket. Remember that one? We all had it growing up. It's been around forever. So if you want to use incandescent in this, and that's what these guys are, these are flame tips, and that's a clear, that's a frosted. You can go up to 60 watts in each of the 4. So there you go. If you want to go LED, not a problem at all. The only limit is really, can I get the bulb in the fixture? And most of the LEDs you're going to be using are going to be about that size, or they can be a little different in size, but they generally are the same thing. I can get this in a flame tip too, and frosted if I want to. When you get into LEDs, these generally max out at 60 watt equivalent, and that's more than enough, because don't forget, you've got 4 of these sockets on here, so that's quite a bit. I would probably go anywhere to get these, because these bulbs are just so simple to get. I see these at my grocery store in Vermont, so if I can find them here, you can find them everywhere. You don't have to go online for LEDs like this. You can find them in a CVS or any kind of drugstore. You can find them in Home Depot or Ace Hardware, all kinds of places. The important thing is, we talk about in every video, is the color of the light coming out of these things. So it's really important that you zero in on what you want. They're going to be offering you different types, and one of the types is going to be 2700 Kelvin, and that's going to be super yellow like a setting sun. But they're also going to be offering you something called actually, I take it back. Let's see. It's going to be daylight, and daylight is going to be a bluish white light. That's the one that a lot of people say, oh, I don't like LEDs because I don't like that blue-white light. That's going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin, that daylight. So remember that, very important. Daylight sounds warm, it's not warm. But what is warm white, and warm white is what we use in our showroom. That's what this is. This is actually I take it back. So this is 3000 Kelvin. So 3000 Kelvin is what we use in our showroom. It's the same nice warmth of an incandescent bulb I grew up with. Very important, again, dimmable. So make sure that bulb says dimmable on that box, or if you are buying them online, it specifically says dimmable. And talk to your installer about the fact that you're going to be using a dimmable LED, so they put the correct dimmer on the wall for you. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things, so you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque, and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a what's on display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I'll walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.